if you get the Codes and More Notion template, first you'll need to download Notion, which I will provide you how to do that. Once you do that, this is what you will see. First, let's talk about the inventory tracker. This allows you to put all the different supplies you may need to make your codes. So one thing that you always need when making codes is code stock. So let's add some. So I said add new item, and you can see it popped up here. Click on it, and we will change the name to code stock. You can come here and add a image. So click file, and we will get a file, a little image, and that'll pop up there. If you want, you don't have to add pricing, but if you're curious, you can do that. Let's just say I think they were running a deal right now on code stock for $14 at Michael's, and I forget what the regular price is. Let's say it's $20. So again, it's if you want to add this extra info, you can. So that's, oh, I guess I did it backwards, didn't I? It retails for $20, but I bought it on sale this week for $14. So now we have number of stock and items in the box. So number of stock is how many packs of that code stock did you buy? So since it was on sale, let's say I bought 2 packs. Now items in the box, this was, I believe, 100 sheets. So there are 100 sheets of code stock in one box. So 100 pieces of code stock in one box or one pad of paper. And we bought 2 pads of paper. You can say we purchased it today if you want. Total items. So that means we have 200 sheets of code stock because 2 times 100. It even tells you like the retail price and what you bought it for. So it's like 14 cents a code stock. Again, only if you want that extra info, it's there for you. Now, store, we want to buy it. We buy it from Michael's. Link, if you want to put the actual link where you bought it, so that way it's easy to come in here, click on it, and order it again. You can put the link right there. Location is location inside your craft space, so your home. So let's just say I put it in my bookshelf. I'll show you in a second how to add more for both the stores and the locations in just a second. Number of stock used, we'll leave that alone. I'll show you how to change that here in a minute. And then there's also categories, and I'll show you how to add to that. So let's close that. Oops. Inventory. So there is a code stock here. So you can also just click off to the side. That's what I should have done. So that way you don't get that weird screen. So there's our code stock. And let's say we used 2 sheets of paper. So now you can see that it is going down. If I bought some, you can also just add it. Something like code stock, since you don't want to click this 100 times. This is when you might go into this here for used. Let's make it go down. So then it says number of stock used. I used 2 sheets. Well, let's say I used 10. I don't want to click it 10 times. You can just click it there and then it'll take it down. I have 95% of my inventory left, remaining 190 sheets. So you can do that. Now, like I said, if you want to change the store location or the location in your craft room, is go over to this setting tab here on the right hand side, and you want to go all the way down to it says unlock database, and you just click on that. Now what that does is let you go in here, and now you can add a new store. Well, I can't think of any other ones, so let's do location. Let's say I have desk. We'll just call it my desk. And hit create. So now desk is a new option. You can do the same thing for the stores. Now, you might want to go back and lock it the same way, just so you don't accidentally mess up some of the formulas and things that I've made and put in here to create this. So that's why I like to keep it locked. So once you finish adding your store or your location, make sure just to go back and hit lock database. That way you don't accidentally hit something and delete a formula or something that I've put into this. If you're not concerned about that, then you could leave it open. So then we also said, so see it says desk, because that's where I said it was located. And you can also, I guess I should have probably put code stock for material. So with it unlocked, we can also add a new category as well. So let's say code stock. Let's say we have a bunch of different code stock, and so we might need to search for just the code stocks in general. So then let's go back and we can lock it so we don't mess anything up there. And then if you want to find that specific category that you just created, you go over here to categories and see we can do code stock, acrylic, wood. So let's click our code stock. Right now we just have that plain pad of code stock, so it shows up there. If you want, I had a couple different wood ones, so just one wood one. So you can do that. You could leave this up if you want. And let's just unclick that. So now all of them come back. Oops. So they all come back. I like to leave the category section up, but if you don't want to, then you could just see how it disappeared when I clicked that filter button again. So it just, you can hide it or keep it. One last thing for the inventory is if you don't like that fancy look of it, which that's my preference, it's easier to see, you can do the table version too, and it just kind of brings all of it out for you in a nice table format. But I like inventory, so now on to now for the calendar tracker portion, which I think this is the exciting part. There's two ways to look at stuff in the calendar format and the table. So for this one, I do like to switch back and forth. Calendar is always kind of nice so you can see, do I have something coming up? Right now, I do not. Right now, I just have the cat's birthdays, which is in April. So let me go to April to show you what that looks like. Oops. April. So then you see their birthday. You can click on it there and see all the stuff. I haven't put anything into it yet. Table. So I did one for the next 2 years, which actually we haven't started either one, and I don't actually make codes for them for their birthday. But if I did, you can also click on them and you can type in the names, you can do the dates, you can put the file in here, things like that. But I like seeing it in the calendar and clicking on it in this format. It's up to you which one you like. So there's a spot that you can put your file. So let's say you found one of my codes that I made and you got my free library password and you're signed up to my email letters. So you downloaded that free birthday code I gave you and you thought that would be perfect. Well, you can actually put that file, that SVG file, right in there. So when you're ready to make, in this case, Callie and Lily's birthday code, you know exactly where the file is. You don't have to search your computer and say, shoot, where did I put that file? When did I download it? All of that, it's right here in your Notion template. You can also, if you don't have a file, maybe you found a code on, let's say, Cricut Design Space. You can now actually have URLs for Cricut Design Space and click on them, and it'll send you to that code. That way you remember what you want to make. Or if you, in my website, saw a code that I did, you can put the website URL that takes you directly to that right there as well. Then you can add little notes. Maybe if you're doing like a Christmas code, you might write all the names to people. You can do that. You can even, that little plus I clicked, you can add bullets. So let's say we need to make a Christmas card for Katie and Fernando. So you can just keep doing that as well. You can do, I don't know, maybe you might need to make a note by acetate so you can make that code. Whatever note you might want, you can put in there. And you just click away. And whenever you look at it again, that's in there. Notion, right now I'm looking at it on my computer. They also have the app, so you can also see all of this on your phone as well. I hope you enjoy this inventory and calendar tracker for your codes, so you stay up to date on all those codes you might have to make throughout the year. Happy crafting!